MMA Fancast. My name is Luke Payson. Welcome back to everyone who is already a subscriber to the MMA Fancast YouTube channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe so you can see more great interviews, including the one coming out, returning guest on MMA Fancast. That's one of the reasons why you should be. And he will be fighting for 247 Fighting Championships Brawl in the Burgh 25, December 21st, just over a week from now at the Monroeville Convention Center. Fighting out of Stout Pittsburgh is my guest tonight, Tyler Fleming. Tyler,
how you doing,
welcome to
Luke?
the show. Really great having you back on the show. You had a nice debut win, and actually your opponent also had a nice debut win. You guys are both 1-0. How did this fight come together? Your opponent's fighting out of Bethlehem, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Bethlehem. How did this fight come together? How excited are you to get back in the cage?
Well, I am very excited to get back in the cage. And to be honest with you, I didn't have a whole lot to do with the behind the scenes of getting the match put together. I had just got done with like a 12-hour day of work and was taking a nap on the couch whenever my coach texted me and said, "Hey, you want to fight this guy?" And I said, "Yeah."
Well, it's good when a fight comes together without taking a lot of stress out of you. A lot of times people may not know, particularly at the amateur level, there can be a lot of ups and downs behind the scenes. It's pretty rare, but how wonderful for a fight to just come already good to go. Your weight class is your weight class is 155. How did you feel physically in your debut, particularly hitting your weight and just going from training at Stout, which we'll get to in a second, to actually putting it into action? Let's give Tyler a second to answer, probably having just a little bit of technical difficulties. Let's see if he can hear me and respond. Hey, Tyler, what confidence level do you have with getting that debut fight win
Yes.
under your belt coming into your second fight? What confidence level does that give you? Hey, Tyler, looks like we're having some technical connection difficulties. If you can hear me, go ahead and preview the fight from your perspective, including training and what outcome you're predicting.
My preview, including training. So coming off roughly six months since my debut, I have been in the gym every single day, working on the things that I know that I need to work on, sharpening the things that I'm already good at. I had to switch career fields, have some personal stuff going on in the background, but I'm feeling great coming into this fight. I'm feeling confident. I know that I belong here, and I'm uh, once again, just like the last one. I'm not quite sure that I have like a set plan of, oh, I'm gonna do this or throw this combination or this or that. I'm the type of person that I like to feel things out. I'm a very intuitive kind of person. Um, the more flexible my plans are, the better I do, both professionally and in my personal life. Uh, but when it comes down to it, I do identify as a striker because I love striking. So I am looking for some stand up.
And talk about that makes a lot of sense. You put on a great performance in your debut. Your opponent's coming in undefeated. Talk about the idea this early in your career, even though it's just one fight versus one fight, that you are fighting undefeated. Fighter, someone's must go. What are your thoughts on kind of taking on competition at your level, or maybe pushing it just a little bit?
I it makes me like, the fact that both of us are 1-0, it kind of feels like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, or like both of us are standing on the edge of a cliff, and that feeling, you can take it as feeling nervous, or you can take it as feeling motivated. And I like the fact that this this feels like an even greater challenge than the first one. I decided that I wanted to fight because I love training, and I noticed that training to fight made me a better person, and it has continued to make me a better person. And more challenges, bigger challenges continue to make me an even better person.
And what do you think improved the most about you? Is it the perseverance, or kind of mentally, like you said, you're a better person training? Is it the commitment, the focus? What do you think is sort of helping you grow the most while you do this?
The focus, the fact that I have to balance real life with fighting. It requires a lot of focus.
Yes, it does. And balance, you already used one of my favorite words as both a mental health counselor and a coach, is balance. Finding that balance, that's really important. Talk about, you are currently training out of Stout Pittsburgh, which is the two-time current reigning, two-time 247 Fighting Championships annual Gym of the Year, and also Coaches Duo of the Year. And for people that don't know, that'll be coming up relatively soon once this card is over for the new year. And thousands of people vote. When I bring it up, I don't want people thinking it's just 100 people voting. Thousands of people vote. And Stout, as well as your coaches, Mike Wilkins and Will Morrell, are two-time back-to-back champs. What do you think about that as far as the fit for you at their gym?
Honestly, I think it's great. I feel like I connect with not just Mike and Will, but all the coaches and all the people. I tell everyone that asks me about Stout that it's the best gym with the best coaches and the best people you will ever meet. This place saved my life.
Well, that level of feedback, and I'm sure the testimonial goes a long way. We'll probably get into how it saved your life a little bit deeper in the future, just because I want you to focus on your fight just a few days away. But maybe in the recap when you're back on, the mental health, drug and alcohol rehab counselor part of me is always very excited when behavioral change, when lifestyle changes. Try this one on for size. I always say that part of good mental health is coming up with TLCs, which typically people think of tender loving care, but I think of it as therapeutic lifestyle changes. And whether that therapeutic lifestyle changes in your case is focus and training, that helps a lot of people. There can be tons of therapeutic lifestyle changes, but that is a big encouragement when I see somebody that can say, hey, this program or this training or this situation or becoming a Christian or whatever it is has saved my life. So very happy that you're on a better path. And obviously that is just incredible as far as that goes. If you will, talk about how long ago you got on this better path. We'll get into some of the other details after your fight, just so you're focused. But how long ago did you kind of start putting your life in a better direction?
I would say it started about it's 2024. I'd say 2022, I think, is uh whenever I first started training at Stout. It started in it was a slow build, starts as a snowflake, turns into a snowball, turns into a snowman.
That is wonderful. I'm so happy for you. And I know I've known Mike Wilkins. I try to bring it up anytime I can. I've known him since he was an 18-year-old freshman at Waynesburg University. Love the guy. He's an incredible guy. And obviously everybody, Warren Stout himself, I don't know him as well. But I would say there's a lot of gyms that can really help people change life. Obviously Stout, the Man Factory, the Academy, the Gorilla House. There's some really just, and I'm sure there's many more that are very focused and really want the opportunity to not only train somebody in fighting, but also train somebody when it comes to making better decisions and better life choices. Because at the end of the day, you want to be a healthier person and not just a better fighter. So super pumped to hear about that. If you have a finish or an outcome in mind or a prediction, share it now. What are your thoughts as far as this matchup against the tough? For people who know jiu-jitsu and MMA camps, 10th Planet is a big name, and it's all over the country. And obviously, this gentleman's coming in from Bethlehem. So talk about prediction or your mindset when it comes to the outcome of this fight.
Mindset will always be to remain focused, and that means that I'm going to remain focused on what I'm good at. If I were to predict what's going to happen, I would say that he's gonna shoot a lot of takedowns, and I'm gonna have to stuff a lot of takedowns, and I'm gonna have to make it dirty. I'm gonna have to take it to the fence.
Well, the fact that you are going to be using Stout Pittsburgh, which is known for well-rounded, but also jiu-jitsu and wrestling, the fact that you focus on using that in reverse. There's a lot of guys at the highest level that use the ability to train with great wrestlers to be able to keep it standing. So can't wait to see what happens. We just had Thanksgiving a couple weeks ago. What was that like as far as gratitude list? Who are your sponsors or people you want to thank mindset-wise coming into this fight?
There's a ton of people that I'd like to thank, but mainly the family that comes to mind would be the McCabe family. They own Fisher's Bar and Grill on Main Street in Zillionople, and their sponsorship paid for my gas and my car insurance bill to drive down to Pittsburgh to train while I'm laid off for the wintertime. Also, another shout out to my employer, Gary Barnhart with Barnhart Lawn Care. He has helped me keep my schedule flexible enough so that I can get the training time in, and that family has helped me a lot throughout my life. Wouldn't be here without them either. Of course, I have to thank friends and family as well.
Of course. And that is the combination. You are one of many people that come on as fighters that have, flexible employers, whatever job it is. And in many ways, getting laid off for the winter is kind of a blessing for you because you're able to take fights. 247 has already announced 2 more fights, a February and a March fight, which will probably potentially work for you since lawn care probably won't pick up until maybe mid-March or after that. No?
Yeah, it'll be at least March, maybe April.
Perfect. So that's one of the things you can look at everything as an opportunity. And so being laid off potentially gives you the ability to fight a couple times or even 3 times during the winter months. So obviously a shout out to your sponsor for giving you money to be able to still continue to do what you love. And I say this almost every time I bring up sponsors, but people don't realize how significant that is. At the amateur level, at the advanced amateur level, at the amateur belt level, and even at the pro level before a big promotion. And a lot of times people sometimes don't realize that if you reach out to a fighter, particularly if you're motivated, but also for fighters, reach out to potential sponsors, be polite, but be exciting and let them know that you use whatever service they provide, whatever it is, and that you'd love them to sponsor. And then kind of what we're doing now, it's really important to give them the shine. And for anybody that would go to that sponsor, make sure you heard it from Tyler Fleming. That helps them know that not only are they helping him, but also he's helping them. And that's super, super important. It's one of the things I dislike about the Reebok deal or whatever deal it is now in the UFC is you used to see big promoters on there, but you used to also see mom and pop, like literally tire lube stores. And you used to see some really sort of small town, small businesses in the UFC. And they, of course, banned that, which I think is a big loss for the sponsors. So thanks so much for giving them a shout out and for talking your fight. For people that still want tickets, get tickets directly from Tyler or anybody at Stout Pittsburgh. You can also get tickets at 247fighting.com. Or if you're going to watch the pay-per-view, make sure you download 247 Live app. It's pretty fantastic. The 247 FC has an app on any app store, and then it is smart device compatible, so makes a big difference. Do not avoid any link you see on Facebook or under YouTube videos of any type, even 247's official announcements, pictures, updates will often have scammers in the comments. No links will ever work through Facebook, only 247fighting.com or 247 Live app, or obviously directly in person with Tyler. Make sure you give Tyler Fleming credit. It's going to help him out and help 247 know that that he is someone people want to watch. I really appreciate you coming on. Brawl in the Burgh, 25, December 21st, which is Christmas week at the Monroeville Convention Center for 247 Fighting Championship. Thanks so much for coming on. My name is Luke Basin, as always, with special guest tonight, undefeated MMA fighter out of Stout, Pittsburgh, Tyler Fleming. Tyler, thanks so much.
Thank you.
You got it, brother. Take care.
You as well.